In this they were mistaken. The Americans searched around among the haystacks with a hatchet and split the children's heads open. In this way, there were over 40 women and children butchered.
The towns of Marysville and Honey Lake paid bounties for Indian scalps. Shasta City offered $5 for every Indian head brought to City Hall. Some 150,000 Indians in California before the 49ers came. By 1870, there would be fewer than 30,000. It was the worst slaughter of Indian peoples in United States history.
Now, the average wage was 25 cents a day. Imagine how much you could get by turning in an Indian head or a scalp. $5. That's a lot of money. There was people that turned to Indian hunters. The government put together militias. You could not testify that somebody did something to you or killed your wife or raped your wife or anything. Therefore, no charges were ever brought. It was legalized and subsidized extermination of the Indian.
So we sugar-coated the truth. And we didn't tell you that the United States government, the feds, paid $1.1 million and more when 25 cents probably bought you a lot, because that's what they started. The price of a scalp. You could take it to any courtroom in Northern California, and for 25 cents they'd give you, you would give them a scalp. And California paid out about $400,000 to the Indian killing militia and to the bounty hunters for scalps and for waging war against the Native Americans. This is an article by Newsweek just last year. California slaughter, the state-sanctioned genocide of Native Americans. This is Newsweek. This isn't like a obscure magazine. And the first California governor said he will exterminate the Indians. In 1851, Governor Peter Burnett declared, the first governor, a war of extermination will continue to be waged until the Indian race becomes extinct. 1852, U.S. Senator John Weller, who became California's governor in 1858, said, he went further. He told his colleagues in the Senate that California Indians will be exterminated before the onward march of the white man, arguing that the interest of the white man demands their extinction. The single most important catchword of the period, and I'm taking this from the back of a book that I'm going to show you the covers of, front and back covers of this. Read it from my book. The single most important catchword of the period was extermination. It was used early and often, and picked up by the newspapers and repeated in the Army reports, letters, government documents, and journals of the time. It was a word that set the stage for slaughter, a sad and tragic story. And that's the back cover. I'm going to read something else from this back cover. Why were we so interested in exterminating the Native Americans? California was admitted to the United States of America on September 9th, 1850. And what happened right before that? Gold was discovered.
Okay, we know we stole your land in Georgia. We know we stole it. And so we're going to give you some land in Oklahoma in exchange. All you got to do is make it to Oklahoma. You had to walk from Georgia to Oklahoma in order to claim your free land called the Indian Territory. They make it seem like these were some light-skinned, red, white-looking Indians, and they weren't. And so these were you. You highly melanated people, these were you.
I hope you guys can see this. I am doing, research, and I'm just finding this. I'm on the Bureau of Land Management website, U.S. Department of Interior, and this is from the 1962 Homestead Act. I have been looking for these patents literally for years, and somehow this website is now magically opened for public view. This patent is my great-great-grandmother, and I have a lot of other family members with patents too, but I saw her name and I clicked on it. This says Homestead Certificate, I think that's 4332, United States, whereas there has been deposited into the General Land Office of the United States a certificate of register of the Land Office at, I don't know what that says, Oklahoma, whereby it appears that pursuant to the Act of Congress approved May 20th, 1862, which is probably when she applied for the patent, but as you can see, it wasn't issued until 4/14/1906, which my family probably does not even know about this. But it says, whereby it appears that pursuant to the Act of Congress approved May 20th, 1862, to secure homestead to actual settlers on public domain, and the acts supplemental thereof to the claim of Lucinda Moore, has been established and duly consummated in conformity to law for the north half of the northeast quarter, the northeast quarter of the north, that's a lot to read, blah blah blah, west of Indian, I don't know what that says, in Oklahoma, containing 159 acres and 70, I don't know what that says, hundreds of an acre. So she has patented in her name, I'm sorry,